Alright guys, going to give you a quick update of where we got this weekend. I know it was a 3-day weekend, but we ended up only doing 1 day today. So, being a little lazy, I guess. But we're entitled to that every now and again. So, quick update. We started working on the back cap. We actually started on it last weekend, but managed to get some of the supports welded in. Hopefully you can't see it from there, but it looks like crap. It's okay though. Good enough for who it's for. We simply took a small piece of 1 1/4 square tube and fit it into the rectangular tube to connect that section there. You can see it on both sides. So we were able to just tap it in. It was a slightly longer piece than necessary, so tapped it in. It was able to move around a little bit, but would not be able to come out from inside of the channel. And then I went ahead and welded it in place, top and bottom. So we got that done. We got these angles done here. This was a complete replacement from the ones that were there. We had a few angles coming up right underneath of it, just cut those off. So happy with the way it turned out. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's functional and it's what we need. So we've primered and sprayed enamel. Really happy with the way all that turned out. Once again, if you didn't catch it in one of our previous videos, the gray that you see is Rust-Oleum enamel, and that goes over Rust-Oleum primer that we're using for metal. The reason we're going with primer and enamel is it's giving us 4 times the protection. So it's not like you primer and that's all the protection you're going to get, and then you enamel and it's not adding any benefit. It actually is adding protection to the metal. So there is benefit there. We're really happy with it. So what we're going to be doing this maybe this coming weekend or following, we'll see. We might have to take a little bit of a break because we have some other stuff going on. We're going to be cutting out one of the old supports on this side. There was one right here that's now gone. Same thing's going to be happening on the other side. You probably can't make out the nub there. So we're going to be taking care of that. We won't be replacing that section because it wasn't very supportive to begin with. It was actually half welded to the frame, half welded to a piece of sheet metal. Wasn't that great. They're actually loose to begin with, so I don't see a point in replacing them. What we're going to do instead is frame some metal in the back here so that we can build up a wall, and that metal frame is going to have at least one extension going from one side of the wall to the other. That's going to provide us the support that those 2 outer frames used to provide. Another added benefit of those side frames, side supports, was probably in case you back up into something, but we don't plan on doing that. So, fingers crossed. Anyhow, really happy with the way the back turned out. So that's one of the things we got done. Another thing we got done was, you might be able to see all this wonderful space here. We put everything to one side. Why, you ask? Well, if you're just patient, I'll give you an answer. We finished the majority of this wall. Yes, you heard that correctly. We've been able to run the plywood all the way to this point. Really excited with that. The wall looks really good, if I do say so myself. We've got all the wiring run on the bottom half of the wall that will be run. So the Romex, our last circuit, is going to come out here, and this is going to be the bathroom circuit and part of the bedroom circuit. So really happy with the way all of that worked out. Couldn't be happier. It's finally coming along. It's starting to look like something, which is scary in its own way, because hopefully it's looking like what we thought. Anyhow, wire runs up to here. That's our last circuit on this side of the bus. What we will be doing is running some wires along the top edge of the wall, primarily for lighting. So we will have to show you that when we come to cross that bridge. The other thing we got done this week was adding additional foam to the ceiling. So we are doing the same thing in the ceiling that we were doing in the walls. We took the 3/4 inch thick rigid foam, and we've cut it to fit into the squares of the ceiling so that now the foam and runners are flush. We're trying to take up as much of the air gap as possible because remember, those air gaps are really bad when it comes to insulating. They're not your friend, so get rid of them. We also cut our little runners with our with help from our friend Mike. He was learning the circular saw today. There he is. Learned how to use the circular saw, rocked it, just started cutting everything up. I had to slow him down. So it was pretty good. We managed to cut all the little blocks in, assemble. Really happy with all the little cells we have in the ceiling now. It's going to be perfect for what we need. That not only covers the steel posts with a little bit of extra insulation over those the steel frame, but it also gives us one more anchor point for our ceiling. So really happy with that. That's also what these little side pieces are for. One more anchor point for our ceiling. Really happy with the way that's turning out. A lot of happiness here, you can tell. Hippie life. Happiness. All right. I think this is one of the last things we did today. So we started running the runners down the driver's side. You already know all about this, so I don't think I need to reiterate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go see one of our other videos. I believe we talked about it when we first started the passenger side wall. Really happy with the way that's turning out. So far, so good. Not much to say there. So, it's been a good day. It's been a good weekend. We're going to relax tomorrow. It's Labor Day. Thought about working on the bus, but you know what? We need the day off. So, we're going to take it. And not much more to say. Stay tuned in the next week or two. We have a couple videos we want to try to release over the next week or two. We might not be working on the bus, but stay tuned. When we do come back, we will finish up the back cap. We already have the galvanized sheet metal for that, so we will be ready to bend that puppy around the back cap, get it all sealed up, and we'll show you what happens there. Hopefully we'll be coming back and doing the front cap as well, maybe the same weekend if we're feeling ambitious. The goal is to get this vessel sealed up so when the rain starts coming, we're good to go. So stay tuned for it all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to put up weekly videos, and if you have any thoughts about something you might want to see or might want more explanation on, I know most of the stuff we do isn't done right, but if you want to see if you want a little more explanation on how not to do it, drop us a line. Thanks for watching. Bye.